Guys, it's Petrina, your go-to girl for learning how to make fit work in a crazy busy world. And this week, we're talking carbs. All kinds of carbs, net carbs, impact carbs, active carbs, usable carbs, carbs-a-palooza. And why are we talking carbs today? Because one of my most popular videos here on YouTube is my 90-pound weight loss success story. And you can click over here to view it if you want to see it in full, where I talk about how I lost 90 pounds doing Atkins now a little bit over 10 years ago. And since that time, I've also experimented with other types of low-carb diets like South Beach. I've done carb cycling, Carb Nite solutions. So because of the different videos I've made on these topics, and I get a lot of questions about low-carb diets, most frequently, people are confused over the difference between carbs and net carbs. There is a difference, and it's important to know, especially if you're following a low-carb or ultra-low-carb diet. A lot of times this diet will tell you to focus on what they call either net carbs or usable carbs, and this is how you count your carbs and make sure you stay within whatever the recommended maximum is each day. For ultra-low carbs, you're going to keep it below 30 net carbs or less. And figuring out your net carb level is a simple math problem. It's very basic. It's basically carbs minus fiber, and that will equal your net carbs. Now, why the distinction? It's because any food that has fiber as part of its carb component means that it's not going to have as much of an impact on your glycemic index and how fast your blood sugar levels rise. The presence of fiber will slow the movement along through your digestive system of the food that you've eaten. It minimizes the impact on your blood sugar. You want a simple example of this? Let's talk broccoli. If you were to fix yourself a cup of broccoli, that would clock in at 6 grams of total carbohydrates. And lucky for you, 2 of those grams of carbs are actually fiber. So you would subtract the 2 grams of fiber from the total of 6, and that would total, of course, 4 net carbs in that cup of delectable broccoli. Simple, right? Not so simple and not so cut and dry is when you are dealing with processed foods. A good general rule of thumb is to avoid these, especially when you're first starting out. Whatever plan you've chosen to do in low carb, I would recommend avoiding anything where the label confuses you and it's not just a simple matter of carbs versus fiber. A lot of times these products are going to contain sugar alcohols. These go by the name of mannitol, sorbitol, xylitol, to name a few. And the manufacturers will try to lure you in with the promise of a very low net carb, active carb, or impact carb. If you see this on the label, just walk away. And I'm saying this from my own personal experience as well as research. It is not so cut and dry to say that the level of impact on your blood sugar is going to be what it would be if you were having, let's say, 4 net carbs for broccoli as opposed to 4 net carbs when you have 2 of the Atkins Indulge bars. As you see, the label promises you that it's 2 net carbs for each bar. Going down and reading the label, you'll actually see that it clocks in at 17 grams of total carbohydrates, 6 of these being fiber, but it also deducts 9 grams of sugar alcohols. Don't get sucked into the lure of the sugar alcohol. So why am I so against processed foods that have sugar alcohols? It's because it is not clear whether or not it would have an impact on your blood sugar level. There is evidence out there that these sugar alcohols can be like a wolf in sheep's clothing and mislead you to thinking that it's not going to impact your blood sugar in the same way it would if it was true fiber. And another potential negative is that sugar alcohols can have laxative effects on people. You could have diarrhea, really bad gas. So I'd say it's best to proceed with caution as you get further into your plan and you do see success. Yes, if you wanted to, you could try to incorporate certain processed foods and sugar alcohols into the mix and just, track carefully and see if it does have an impact, if it slows down the rate of your weight loss, if it does cause you tummy discomfort. I'd say anyone who's just starting out and just wants to stay focused and committed to the plan, follow whatever it is as written and keep it to whole, natural food as much as you possibly can. It's the KISS method, and that basically is keep it simple, stupid. Don't make the math any more complicated than it has to be, okay? There, now I'm gonna get off of my carb soapbox. And that's it for this week, guys. As always, if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at coachpetrina@yahoo.com. If you like, you can check out my crazy, sexy, cool website over at petrinahamfitness.com. Or if you are game, you can sign up for absolutely free fitness coaching with me at makefitwork.com. That's it. Take care and have a great week. Bye, guys.